What's up, everybody? August Dragoon here, and welcome back to my channel, and welcome to my Wwe 2K20 draft video. And honestly, I'm so excited because this is my first video in a while, so I had to do a Wwe 2K20 draft video for the fact that 2K20 is coming out today. I have not gotten it yet, honestly, not yet, but I cannot wait to play it. Honestly, I'm so excited. So I wanted to do a draft for my universe mode, because I'm going to do a universe mode series in 2K20. So, honestly, I cannot wait, so let's just go ahead and get into the rules of this draft and get this draft started, because I cannot wait. And basically, there's going to be 6 rounds in this draft. I might do 2 different episodes, like 2 different videos, like part 1, part 2. The first part, I would do the first 3 rounds, and then the second part, I would do the final 3 rounds. So yeah, honestly, I'm so excited. Let's just go ahead and get into this video. But before we do, make sure to hit that thumbs up button and subscribe if you're new to my channel. And also go follow my Instagram at August Dragoon to be kept updated on all my content throughout the future. So yeah, let's go ahead and get into the rules of this draft and see what this draft is going to be about. Let's go, baby. So let's get into the Wwe 2K20 draft rules. I mean, honestly, I'm so excited for this draft. I cannot wait. So let's just go ahead and get into these rules and explain what's going to happen during the draft. So the first rule is very self-explanatory, and it's very simple, and you should have seen it coming, is that the draft will consist of both Raw and SmackDown. There will be over 60 superstars eligible to be drafted in this draft. There will be 30 draft picks for each brand. And this next one's pretty awesome because there will be 3 picks from NXT or NXT UK for each brand. Honestly, that is so freaking exciting. I cannot wait to see who's going to come from NXT. But the next one is that tag teams and stables count as 1 pick, unless one of the 2 brands wants to draft one of the team's members as a single superstar only. Any superstar that does not get drafted will be free agents and can get signed at a later time by either Raw or SmackDown. Any superstar that does not get signed within the free agency period will be sent back down to NXT. Basically, the free agency period is going to be a month after this draft. So a month in the universe time will be the free agency period, and if nobody gets signed by then, they will be sent back down to NXT and can be sent back up at a later date. And the 8th and final rule is enjoy this draft. I mean, honestly, the first round's coming up right after this, so please get your popcorn, get ready, because honestly, I'm going to tell you, first few rounds are going to be epic. They are going to be absolutely epic, and I cannot wait for you guys to watch it. So please enjoy, and I will see you in the first round. We are finally starting this draft off with the round 1 of the draft. I mean, honestly, if you are ready, then be sure to hit that thumbs up button and subscribe, because here we go with the first pick. Monday Night Raw selects the Undisputed Era, baby. We got Adam Cole, Bobby Fish, Kyle O'Reilly, Roderick Strong coming to Monday Night Raw. I cannot wait. Let's see who SmackDown's #1 pick is going to be. SmackDown's first overall draft pick of the Wwe 2K20 draft is none other than the big dog, Roman Reigns. Honestly, that was such an amazing pick by SmackDown right there. I mean, honestly, I cannot wait to see who Raw's going to pick for the second overall draft pick of the Wwe 2K20 draft. I cannot wait. Raw's second overall pick of this draft, honestly, I cannot believe he didn't go at the first overall like Undisputed Era did, is Drew McIntyre. I mean, honestly, he is a psychopath, and honestly, anybody that steps into the ring with Drew McIntyre, I am so sorry. SmackDown's second overall draft pick, and I cannot believe I'm going to say this, second overall for SmackDown is Johnny Wrestling himself, Johnny Gargano, and honestly, that is probably the greatest pick in this draft so far. I mean, sorry Undisputed Era, but Johnny Gargano is going to be a huge asset to SmackDown, and honestly, SmackDown's looking pretty good right now. The third overall draft pick for Monday Night Raw, and I cannot believe this. This is the 5th overall draft pick in the whole entire draft, is the real-life superhero himself, Ricochet. And honestly, like I said, Johnny Gargano is a huge asset to SmackDown. Ricochet is going to be a huge asset to Monday Night Raw, and honestly, I cannot wait for the rest of this draft. I cannot wait to see Ricochet on Mondays, baby. I mean, come on, you gotta give credit where credit's due. Get ready to fade the black, everyone, because the 6th overall draft pick, the 3rd overall for SmackDown, is going to be Aleister Black. I mean, and another amazing asset to SmackDown. I mean, honestly, I have no idea who's looking good right now. Both Raw and SmackDown are looking fabulous right now here, only in the first 6 picks. I mean, honestly, let's just keep it going, and we're going to Monday Night Raw again to see who they are going to pick for the 7th overall draft pick in this draft. The 7th overall draft pick in this draft and the 4th overall for Monday Night Raw. Monday Night Raw selects the Queen herself, Charlotte Flair. And honestly, the first woman going into this draft is Charlotte Flair for Monday Night Raw. And honestly, that is probably the greatest pick for the women's division to kick things off for the women's division on Monday Night Raw. I mean, yes, they have Becky Lynch, but now they have Charlotte Flair. And honestly, the women's division is looking pretty good with only 2 women in the division right now. But let's move on to SmackDown Live. The 8th overall draft pick and the 4th overall draft pick for SmackDown. SmackDown selects one of the greatest tag teams that there is, the Usos, baby. I mean, honestly, the Usos are coming to SmackDown. Honestly, that is where they belong. I love the Usos. The Usos are an amazing pick by SmackDown. I don't know who the general manager is going to be, but whoever it is, he is picking such great talent here on SmackDown. So let's go ahead and move on to the final draft pick of this round for Monday Night Raw. The 9th overall draft pick and the final draft pick of round 1. Honestly, I cannot believe Monday Night Raw is selecting this person. Monday Night Raw selects The Fiend, Bray Wyatt. I mean, oh my god, what is Monday Night Raw thinking? Whoever is picking for Monday Night Raw must really want to give people crap in their underwear, because The Fiend is scary as crap. And honestly, have fun with that Monday Night Raw as we move on to SmackDown's final draft pick of this round. The final draft pick of this round and SmackDown's final draft pick. SmackDown selects the Boss, Sasha Banks. And honestly, that is just an amazing talent, because I believe Sasha Banks and Bayley both being on SmackDown, both friends, I believe they can elevate this draft, this universe, SmackDown's women's division, to the top of their game. And I believe they can compete with Becky Lynch and Charlotte on Monday Night Raw. And honestly, what an amazing first round. So let's go ahead and recap this round. So to recap this round, Monday Night Raw had the Undisputed Era, Drew McIntyre, Ricochet, Charlotte, and The Fiend, Bray Wyatt. That name still just gives chills up my spine. So yeah, but to recap for SmackDown, SmackDown had Roman Reigns, Johnny Gargano, Aleister Black, the Usos, and the Boss, Sasha Banks. So honestly, a pretty solid first round right there. So let's go ahead and move on to the second round. But probably in this video, I'm probably just going to do parts. Like the first part's probably just going to be the first 3 rounds, and then the second part will be the final 3 rounds. So yeah, let's go ahead and move on to round 2 of the Wwe 2K20 draft. Here we go. It is the start of the second round, and honestly, the first round was so amazing. I cannot wait to see what the second round is going to be like. So here we go. Moving on, Monday Night Raw is on the board, and with their 6th overall draft pick of this draft, Monday Night Raw selects the OC, Luke Gallows and Carl Anderson. Honestly, what an amazing pick. The OC is amazing. They are joining their friend AJ Styles, the United States Champion, on Monday Night Raw. And honestly, when you have teams like the OC or the Undisputed Era on the same brand, you better know that they are going to butt heads sometime. And I can promise you that. And honestly, if that happens, I cannot wait to see it. Here we go. SmackDown is firing the cannon right back on Monday Night Raw after that huge OC draft pick at the 6th overall draft pick. But SmackDown's firing back with their 6th overall draft pick. They are selecting the KO show, Kevin Owens. And honestly, what an amazing pick by SmackDown. Kevin Owens is an amazing superstar. Yes, he might be cocky sometimes, but honestly, he is going to bring SmackDown awesome. But like I said, it seems like Raw and SmackDown are just firing cannons at each other. And honestly, that's what it seems like, because they keep drafting amazing talent right after each other. And honestly, this is only the second round. I mean, this can only get bigger. So let's go ahead and move on to the next draft pick for Monday Night Raw. After that amazing Kevin Owens pick by SmackDown, Monday Night Raw is coming back with ya. With their 7th overall pick, they select the Viper, Randy Orton. And honestly, they just drafted the legend killer himself. I mean, honestly, like I said, firing cannons back and forth. SmackDown gets Kevin Owens. Monday Night Raw gets Randy Orton. I mean, honestly, Randy Orton is going to help Monday Night Raw in a big way. And honestly, I cannot wait to see that. But let's move on to SmackDown's 7th overall draft pick. For SmackDown's 7th overall draft pick, SmackDown selects the 619 Master, Rey Mysterio. And honestly, another amazing superstar getting drafted in the 2nd round. I mean, we were only in 2 rounds, and these major superstars are all getting drafted. And honestly, so far, for Monday Night Raw, they have used up one of their NXT picks. SmackDown has not used up a single one yet. They have 3 in their pocket. Let's see if they will use them. But honestly, let's move on to Monday Night Raw's 8th overall draft pick after that legendary Rey Mysterio draft pick. I mean, I cannot wait to see who Monday Night Raw selects after Rey Mysterio. With their 8th overall draft pick, Monday Night Raw selects Andrade with his business manager, Selena Vega. I mean, honestly, Andrade, right after Rey Mysterio, I mean, you got 2 Mexican descendant superstars. I mean, Rey Mysterio, a legend. Andrade, a soon-to-be legend in this business. And honestly, what an amazing pick by Monday Night Raw. But I cannot wait to see who SmackDown is going to choose after that amazing Andrade pick. I mean, SmackDown's 8th overall draft pick could be anybody. I mean, I cannot wait. So let's go ahead and get into SmackDown's 8th overall draft pick. With their 8th overall draft pick, SmackDown selects the goddess herself, Alexa Bliss. I mean, honestly, another amazing female superstar. I mean, honestly, you got Sasha Banks, Bayley, and now Alexa Bliss. I mean, honestly, this women's division for SmackDown's looking amazing. An amazing pick by SmackDown. So let's go ahead and move on to the 9th overall draft pick for Monday Night Raw and see who they choose after that amazing Alexa Bliss pick. I cannot speak for some reason doing this. With their 9th overall draft pick, Monday Night Raw selects the Swiss Superman, Cesaro. I mean, honestly, Cesaro can make anybody get dizzy by using his freaking his swing. I mean, if you get caught in Cesaro's swing, you won't be walking away knowing where you're at, because you would be super dizzy. And honestly, another amazing pick by Monday Night Raw. Cesaro is definitely a future world champion. I could definitely tell you that. I mean, if he doesn't, then he will definitely be a champion somewhere. I don't know where, but Cesaro is that amazing. With their 9th overall draft pick, SmackDown selects the original Bro, Matt Riddle. There we go. SmackDown's first NXT pick is out of the way, and they choose Matt Riddle. I mean, honestly, the original Bro, Matt Riddle's coming to SmackDown. SmackDown, get ready to have some fun with Matt Riddle, because what I've seen, Matt Riddle can hang with the best. I mean, him and Roman Reigns could probably put on a 5-star match if I had to say so myself. Here we go, Matt Riddle coming to SmackDown. Let's move on to the final draft pick for Monday Night Raw for this round and see who they draft at number 10. With their 10th overall pick and the 19th overall pick in the WWE 2K20 draft, Monday Night Raw selects the Blackheart, Tommaso Ciampa. And honestly, this is just an amazing pick by Monday Night Raw. I mean, SmackDown got Johnny Gargano, Raw got Tommaso Ciampa. I mean, I'm not really upset that they got split up, but DIY both got drafted, and maybe in the future, maybe at Survivor Series, maybe they could team up again one day. I don't know. But honestly, an amazing pick by Monday Night Raw. Tommaso Ciampa is the 10th overall pick for Monday Night Raw. Cannot wait to see what the final draft pick of this round is going to be for SmackDown. So let's go ahead and get to that final draft pick for this round and get to round 3. With the 20th pick in the WWE 2K20 draft and their 10th overall pick and the final pick of round 2, SmackDown selects The New Day, Big E, Xavier Woods, and Kofi Kingston, the former WWE champion. Kofi Kingston, an amazing pick. We have the Usos and the New Day as tag teams, and we also have the Revival as the SmackDown tag team champions. Honestly, this is looking like a good tag team division right here, if I have to say so myself. Honestly, I cannot wait for this. It is now time for the third and final round of part 1 of the WWE 2K20 draft. And honestly, we're going to get this round started right away. We have 10 more picks to go through, 5 for Raw and SmackDown until we finish this episode, or part 1 of the WWE 2K20 draft. So let's go ahead and get into Raw's first pick of the final round of part 1. And for their 11th overall pick, Monday Night Raw selects the Monster Among Men, Braun Strowman. And honestly, I thought the Fiend being on here was scary, but honestly, people are about to get these hands with Braun Strowman. If you step into the ring with Braun Strowman, you might as well just leave the ring and just get a count out victory. You might as well. He is called the Monster Among Men for a reason. So yeah, please don't go down his path or you might not make it out alive. For SmackDown's 11th overall pick, they select Daniel Bryan, and honestly, that is another big superstar here in the third round. We are having the first 3 rounds have had amazing talent, amazing superstars, and Daniel Bryan gets added to that list at the 11th overall draft pick for SmackDown. And honestly, I don't know who Raw's going to get out to Daniel Bryan, because Daniel Bryan's a big pick that is still on the board somehow. I don't know how, but let's see who Monday Night Raw chooses for their 12th overall pick. For their 12th overall pick, Monday Night Raw selects the man who could do extraordinary things, Finn Balor. Another great talent by Monday Night Raw. I can't believe Finn Balor was still up for grabs right there, and I can't believe SmackDown didn't choose him, but SmackDown chose Daniel Bryan, but then Raw came back with Finn Balor. An amazing pick by Monday Night Raw. Like I said, I don't know who the general managers are. We will find out on episode 1 of each episode, but amazing pick by whoever the general manager is. For SmackDown's 12th overall pick, SmackDown selects Ember Moon. Another great superstar right there that is helping basically put this females division together here on SmackDown. You got Ember Moon, Sasha Banks, Bayley, Alexa Bliss. An amazing female roster is being set up here on SmackDown, along with Raw. Raw's got has got a great female roster so far. So let's go ahead and get into the 13th overall pick for Monday Night Raw. With their 13th overall pick, Monday Night Raw selects the Kabuki Warriors, Asuka and Kairi Sane. Honestly, a women's tag team right there that is going to help the women's division. I have said that so many times that all these people are going to help the women's division, but it is true because these are some of the greatest female wrestlers that are probably around the world, and honestly, they're just so freaking awesome. I cannot wait to see the Kabuki Warriors in action and defend their Raw. Well, they're not Raw, but they're women's tag team champions with championships, which can be defended anywhere. With SmackDown's 13th overall pick, SmackDown selects the A-lister, The Miz. And right there is another superstar that I cannot believe is still on the board on round 3. But then again, we only have 5 picks for each brand in each round. So I gotta admit, Miz being in the third round is still pretty good. And honestly, SmackDown having the Miz is definitely gonna hurt Monday Night Raw, I think, because the Miz is just that good of a wrestler, and I cannot wait to see the Miz on SmackDown. With their 14th overall pick, Monday Night Raw selects Samoa Joe. And honestly, that right there is just an amazing pick by Monday Night Raw. I mean, Samoa Joe, the Coquina Clutch, anybody that steps into the ring with Samoa Joe, be warned, you're gonna tap. Or you're gonna sleep. It could be either one of those, I don't know which, so have fun. With SmackDown's 14th overall pick, SmackDown selects Ali. And honestly, Ali coming to SmackDown, I mean, honestly, Ali's going to be amazing on SmackDown. I mean, you guys are going to enjoy watching Ali every single week on SmackDown. I mean, honestly, I can't wait to see Ali on SmackDown. I mean, honestly, I love Ali so much. With their 15th overall pick, Monday Night Raw selects Otis and Tucker, Heavy Machinery. I mean, right there is an amazing tag team by Monday Night Raw. I mean, I cannot believe Otis and Tucker are going to be on the same brand as the Viking Raiders. I mean, I cannot wait for that matchup here in the future, hopefully. Let's go ahead and move on to the final draft pick of round 3 and of the part 1 video of it. So let's go ahead and get to that final draft pick. With SmackDown's 15th and final draft pick of this round, SmackDown selects the best kept secret, Buddy Murphy. I mean, if you're looking for another amazing talent, SmackDown just got him. I mean, what an amazing first 3 rounds that we had. I mean, honestly, I cannot wait for the final 3. But if you guys enjoyed these first 3 rounds, I cannot wait for the rest of the draft and my universe mode. Be sure to hit that thumbs up button and subscribe for more, and I will see you in part 2 of my WWE 2K20 draft.